Hello sports fans and welcome back to Game 4 of the 1975 World Series replay using History Maker Baseball from Play Games. Boston is up 2-1 after a blowout win yesterday in the first game at Riverfront Stadium. Can they make it? Can they go 3-1 heading into Game 5? We are about to find out. In real life, Boston won this game 5-4 to even the series at 2 games apiece. Hopefully the Reds can come back and do just the opposite of that and tie the game or tie the series 2-2. As always, guys, I hope you enjoy these videos. If you do, make sure you like, subscribe, leave me a comment. And again, in today's video, I will flash an image up on the screen for about a second randomly somewhere during the game. So if you see that and you're the first to find it, make sure you leave a comment, let me know what time it was at, and I will pin you at the top of the comments. But let's go ahead and get Game 4 going and find out if Cincinnati can tie this series at 2 games apiece. So let's go ahead and look at the lineups here at Riverfront Stadium for Game 4 of the 1975 World Series. A little small change for Boston during this for this game, as Juan Beniquez will be leading off and playing left field. Second base will be Denny Doyle. First base will be Carl Yastrzemski. Carlton Fisk will be behind the plate. Fred Lynn will be in center field. Rico Petrocelli at third. Dwight Evans in right field. Rick Burleson at shortstop. And on the mound today for Boston, the starter for Game 1 will be Louis Tiant. For the Reds, largely unchanged, as Pete Rose will be leading off playing third. Ken Griffey is in right field batting second again for the day's game. Joe Morgan's at second base. First base will be manned by Tony Perez. Johnny Bench will be behind the plate batting fifth. George Foster will be in left field batting sixth. Davey Concepcion will be at shortstop batting seventh. Cesar Geronimo in center field. And pitching for the Reds today will be Fred Norman. Your umpires for today's game at home plate will be Dick Stello. At first base, George Maloney. Second base will be Satch Davidson. Third base, Art France. Down the left field line will be Nick Colossi. Down the right field line will be Larry Barnett. Actually, I didn't roll today to see team chemistry. Boston has won 2 games in a row. They get a 4. Cincinnati has lost 2 in a row. They get a 5. So we'll go here. Boston will be semi-dissonant. And Cincinnati will be semi-harmony for today's game. So something has made Boston a little irritated, while Cincinnati, something has brightened their moods a little bit. But let's go ahead and get this game started as Juan Beniquez leads off for Boston, playing left field today. 2-2-6, he's going to be hit by a pitch to start the game off. So maybe some nerves from Norman as Beniquez gets on base, and that brings up the second baseman, Denny Doyle. 3-3-6. Is pitcher ace or dynamic? No. Batter sad sack, utility, or patient? No, he is not. And he's going to single to center field, which Beniquez is going to get to third on the hit. So already, runners at the corners as Carl Yastrzemski comes up to the plate, and we go to a player experience check. He is full harmony, as well as Fred Norman. 4-5. Prospect batter? No. Hard to field infield grounder. Batter is out at first. So that's going to score Beniquez. Doyle is going to move on to second base, and Yastrzemski will be out on a 3-1 for the first out. But Boston already ahead early on. It is 1-0 as the catcher Carlton Fisk comes up to the plate. Runner on second base here with 1 out. 1-1-4 fresh. Ground out to the shortstop. That's going to hold Doyle at second base. And there's now 2 outs as the center fielder Fred Lynn comes up to the plate. 2-4-6. Control? No. The batter eager, a sad sack? No, he is not, and he's going to draw a walk. So 2 men on, 2 men out, as third baseman Rico Petrocelli will be up next. 4-4-6. Star? No. Sad sack, utility, or patient? Decider die says he is not utility. That's going to be a single to right field. That's going to score Doyle from second. And Lynn is going to move to third on the play. So Boston goes up 2-0 here already in the top of the first, and the 7th batter, Dwight Evans, coming up to the plate as we go to a player experience chart for Dwight Evans. Dwight Evans is neutral, 2-2. Prospect pitcher, nope. And that's going to be a pop out to the pitcher, Fred Norman, for out number 3. But Boston gets 2 early on here. We go to the bottom of the first inning. Reds coming up for the first time today. Same story as the start of the game yesterday. Boston went up 2-0. Let's hope that the story changes and it's different than what it was as Pete Rose steps into the box to lead off for the Reds here in the bottom of the first inning against Louis Tiant. 5-5-6. See an ace? No. Sad sack? No. And Pete Rose leads off the game for the Reds with a double to right field. Remember, I think he got on his first at bat yesterday too, so he is not active, so he won't be stealing third, and that'll bring up King Griffey. The right fielder got his first hit in yesterday's game of the World Series. 1-1-4. He won't get it here as he grounds out to the shortstop for the first out. Next up will be the second baseman, Joe Morgan, hoping to get Rose in from second. 2-2-4, pitching at home, no. Is he a slugger? Decider die says no. That's going to be a single to right field. Rose is just going to hold up at third base. The Reds now have runners on the corners here with 1 out, and we go to a baseball right now check for Tony Perez. Perez will be neutral. Louis Tiant will be semi-cold after just giving up that hit. 1-1, cold pitcher. Decider die says yes. Serves up a gopher ball launched by the batter to the right field fence. Perez is a slugger. And that's going to be a triple for Perez as Rose comes home to score. Morgan comes around from first to score. And it is 2-0 Reds, or I'm sorry, 2-2. Tie ball game here with 1 out in the bottom of the first inning. Big hit by Tony Perez as this ball game is now tied, and catcher Johnny Bench will be coming up to the plate next. He could really get a spark going with this at bat. 3-4-6. Is he eager? No, he is not, and he's going to draw a walk. So the Reds getting to Tiant here early. That's 3 in a row, so Tiant will be a semi-struggler. And we go to a team chemistry check for the left fielder, George Foster. Again, Boston is semi-dissonant. The Reds are semi-harmony. 2-4. Is the batting team harmony? Decider die says yes. Batter connects on a bloop single. And the Reds are going to take the lead as Perez comes in to score. Bench is going to go to second. And it is 3-2 Cincinnati as Tiant goes to full struggler until he can get an out. Redlegs jumping on Tiant early here as it is still 1 out in the inning as the shortstop Davey Concepcion comes up to the plate. 4-4-6. Star? No. Is batter sad sack, utility, or patient? He is not. That's going to be a single to right field. Bench is going to come home to score. Foster is semi-stoic. The decider die says no. He is not stoic, so he's going to go to third. And the Reds take a 4-2 lead as they have runners at the corners here with still just 1 out. That is the 4th run for the Reds. Still with just 1 out, and Boston is going to get a reliever up. Roger Moret's going to be warming up. He's a long reliever. I'm counting him as a long reliever, so he'll get a few more innings in. But 1 more run by Tiant, and he'll become not fresh and a semi-struggler. So, boy, they're jumping on him early, just like they did the first game. So the Reds have Tiant's number, unlike in real life in the World Series. And Cesar Geronimo will be coming up to the plate now. Runners at first and third here, still with one out. Ooh, this could end it, though. 1-2-2. Is he a workman? No. Champ or whiffer? Decider says whiffer. That's a nub to infield single to third. Foster, let's see here. Foster is semi-stoic. Since it's a nub to infield single, he's going to stay put. And that's going to load the bases for the Reds. As that was off the end of the bat, Foster didn't know if he should run or not, if he would have made it. So he stayed put. Bases are loaded. Tiant's going to go ahead and pitch to Fred Norman, who's coming up to bat next, the pitcher for the Reds. So Reds jumping on Tiant early here. 4, 5, 6. Is he patient? No. That's going to be a fly out to center field, but that's going to be a sacrifice. That's going to get Foster in and make it a 5-2 game. And Tiant gives up his 5th run. He is no longer full struggler, but now he is not fresh and a semi-struggler. So Reds go up 5-2 here in the first inning. And Roger Moret is going to go ahead and take over for Tiant and try to stop this bleeding. Reds knocking Tiant out in the first inning as Pete Rose comes up to the plate. Doubled his first time up, came home to score. And Roger Moret hoping to get a few innings in here. It might be a long day for Boston if they're going to the bullpen already. He is semi-ace for the first batter, but he's going to lose an inning of freshness for 1 out. 4-4-5. Is he a workman? No. Is the batter patient? No. And that's going to be, excuse me, that's going to be a ground out to end the first inning for the Reds. But big first inning as they put up 5 runs. And it is 5-2 Cincinnati going to the top of the second. Shortstop Rick Burleson set to lead things off here against Fred Norman at the top of the second inning. 3-5-5. Is he a struggler or gilded? No. Is batter champion? No. And he is going to ground out to the second baseman, Joe Morgan, for out number 1. Next up would be the pitcher, Moret. So he's going to go ahead and hit for himself as Boston tries to get a few more innings out of him. 1-2-4. Controlled? No. Is the batter eager? Yes. And he'll pop out to the first baseman, Tony Perez, for out number 2, and that'll bring up the left fielder, Juan Beniquez. Reached on a hit by pitch and later came around to score last inning. 2-2-3. Is the pitcher wild? No. Batter slugger utility? No. That's going to be a single to left field, so he is on base for the second time today. Second baseman Denny Doyle up next. He singled in, or he got a single his first at bat. Later come around to score. 3-4-5. Iron catcher, no. Good eye, yes. That's a check swing for a ball, and we'll go to an umpire check for runner on first base. 2-5. Do we have a questionable umpire at first base? George Maloney is not questionable. And he is going to rule Denny Doyle out on a grounder on a 6-3 to the shortstop for the third out. So no runs for Boston. They're in the top of the second inning as Ken Griffey comes up to the plate to begin the bottom of the second for the Reds, hoping to tack on a few more runs. 3-run lead isn't enough against Boston since they put up 10 yesterday. Griffey grounded out to the shortstop, his first at bat. 2-4-4. The pitcher an ace? No. Is the batter champion? Decider says yes, and he's going to get a single up the middle. So Griffey with his second hit of the series, and that brings up the second baseman, Joe Morgan. Singled in, or he got a, did he single in? No, Perez did. Morgan reached on a single and later came around to score last inning. 2-5-5. Pitcher a star. Desardai says yes, and that is going to be a strikeout for Morgan. Out number 1. Tony Perez up next. He had the 2-run RBI single last inning. Griffey is on first base. He is neutral runner, so neither fast, neither slow. 1-2-6. Pitcher fresh he is, and he will line out to the second baseman. Doyle for out number 2 as Johnny Bench comes up to the plate. Walked and later come around to score his first time up. Runner on first base here with 2 outs. 2-4-6. Pitcher have control, no. Is batter eager or sad sack, no. And he's going to draw another walk. So on base 4 the second time today. 2 walks for Johnny Bench. The left fielder George Foster strolls up to the plate. Single and later came around to score. 1-3-5. That's a blue 1 umpire check with runners on first and second. 2-3. Do we have a lenient umpire at third base? Art France is not lenient. Umpires rule runner out at third on a fielder's choice. So that's going to be, we'll say U5, just for simplicity's sake. And that ends the inning as the Reds get a couple on but can't get them in. And we go to the top of the third inning with the Reds up 5-2 here at Riverfront Stadium. And leading off top of the third will be Carl Yastrzemski. Grounded out to the first baseman his first time up. 3-4-4 is a pitcher prospect. Norman is not. Is the batter patient? Desardai says yes, and he's going to draw a walk. So leadoff man for Boston is on as the catcher Carlton Fisk, who has had a very good series so far, comes up to the plate, grounded out to the shortstop his first time up. 2-2-3 is the pitcher Wild. No, is batter slugger utility. He is a slugger, and he's going to line out to the shortstop. Concepcion there for the first out. And next up will be Fred Lynn. Drew a walk his first time up. See, Yaz is neutral runner. Fred Lynn, they're going to do a hit and run here. 1-2-5. Is pitcher a struggler? No. Is the batter patient? No. That's going to be a... The Desardai says he is not a whiffer, so that's going to be just a 5-3 ground out, which is going to move Yaz over to second. And we have a runner at second base here with 2 outs. Enrico Petrocelli singled his last time up. 1-4-4. Pitcher flash. Desardai says yes. That is a strikeout. However, we look at the umpire. Is he questionable or lenient? He is semi-questionable. We'll roll again. He is questionable, so he's going to end up calling ball 4. Norman looking in. He's confused. That looked like strike 3 to him. But Dick Stello says, nope, it was just a bit outside. And Petrocelli draws a walk as now we have runners at first and second here with 2 outs. And the right fielder, Dwight Evans, comes up to the plate, popped out to the pitcher his first time up. 2-5-6. Is Norman a struggler? No. Batter champion or patient? No. That's going to be an infield drama check. Woo. 3-4. We're going to look at the third baseman. Is Pete Rose Gold? He is not. So that's going to be a base hit on a 3. Runners are going to advance 2 bases. Is Petrocelli stoic? Yes, he is, so he's just going to stop at second. But that's going to bring in Yaz from first as 9 RBI. As Boston gets 1 run back on the hit to left field. Norman still kind of upset about that, as that walk should have been a strikeout and ended the inning. But that's just how baseball goes sometimes, and now it is runners at first and second still with 2 outs. Reds up 5-3 as Rick Burleson comes up to the plate 0 for 1 on the day. 1-3-5. That's a red 1, black 5 chart check. Balks and bogeys results table. 5-5. We go to highlight reel A. 2-4. 2 errors on the same play. Ball bobbled by the shortstop, and then throw mishandled by the first baseman. Batter to second. Oh no. So we'll say on the ball bobbled by the shortstop, Petrocelli will move to third, Evans to second, Burleson to first on an E6, and then on the throwing error, Petrocelli was going to come home to score. Evans is going to move to third, and it is now 5-4 Reds. Very costly error there by Concepcion. And Norman is definitely getting frustrated now, as it is now 5-4. 2 runs have scored when they shouldn't have. And he is a semi-struggler now until he gets an out. He has given up 3 in a row. And Boston is going to go ahead and go to a pinch hitter for Moret, as they're going to try to capitalize on these 2 runners on base. See here, Norman is a lefty, so Jim Rice is going to come in to pinch hit here in the top of the third, with runners at second and third here, still with 2 outs. Four, 5-5. Is he flashed? The side eye says no. Is Rice a home run king? No, thank goodness. And he's going to ground out to the first baseman, Perez, to end this threat. But Boston gets 2 more back. It is 5-4 heading to the bottom of the third inning. Very exciting game here so far. The Reds had a big first inning. We've had some drama out in the field. This is an exciting game 4 as Davey Concepcion steps up to lead off for the Reds here in the bottom of the third inning. Had a single his first time up. Jim Willoughby has come in to pitch for Boston, and he looks to be he's a good pitcher. Look to get a couple innings out of him. But Davey steps up to the plate. Here's a pitch. 5-6-6. Is Willoughby wild? No. Good eye? No. That's going to be a strikeout. For out number 1, and Cesar Geronimo comes up to the plate on a player experience check. Willoughby will be semi-hot. Geronimo will be semi-hot. He singled his last time up. 3-4. Cold batter? No, but it's only a pop out to right field for out number 2, and Norman comes up to the plate. They're going to try to get a couple more innings out of him. He's got 1 more inning of freshness and then 3 semi-fresh after that, unless he gives up a run. Another run, then he'll lose his freshness and go to semi-struggler. But he's going to go ahead and hit. 3-5-6. Are they the same? He pitches or bats both, so no. Is he utility or sad sack? He is actually both, and he's going to ground out to the shortstop for a quick 1-2-3 inning for the Reds. Willoughby goes to semi-fresh, and we go to the top of the 4th inning, 5-4 Cincinnati. Juan Beniquez will come up to hit for Boston here in the top of the 4th inning. He's been on base twice today, hit by a pitch and a single. 5-6-6. Pitcher wild? No. Batter good eye? No. And he's going to strike out for his 3rd plate appearance of the day. We go to a baseball right now check for Doyle. Doyle is semi-cold. Norman is semi-hot. 1-5. Cold batter. The side eye says yes. Watches the 3rd strike. Catches the outside corner for a backwards K. So 2 quick strikeouts for Norman here in the top of the 4th inning as Carl Yastrzemski comes up to the plate, drew a walk, and later scored his last time up. 3-5-6. Are they the same? Lefty on lefty. And that's going to be a 1-2-3 inning for Norman as he gathers 3 strikeouts. Do we call it an immaculate inning? Can't call it that. Anyway, to the bottom of the fourth we go, 5-4 Cincinnati. Pete Rose set to lead things off as Jim Willoughby comes out for his second inning of work. Rose 1 for 2 today with a double and a run scored. 1-2-6. Is he fresh? The side eye says yes, and he's going to line out to the second baseman, Doyle, for out number 1. So Pete Rose quickly goes down. Ken Griffey comes up 1 for 2 on the day. 4-6-6. Uh-oh, does pitcher have control? The side eye says yes. Griffey with a single to left field for his second hit of the day, third hit of the series. And Joe Morgan will be up next, struck out his first time up. See, Griffey is neutral. Fisk is neutral. So let's go ahead and do a hit and run here for Joe Morgan. 3-4-5, iron catcher no, good eye no. He's going to strike out. For out number 2, Griffey has to run. He needs a 3 through 8 to get a stolen base, and he gets it with a 4. So stolen base for Griffey. 2 outs in the inning as Tony Perez comes up, and we go to a, let's see, 3-4-5. Now we go to a player baseball right now check for Perez. Willoughby we're in the 4th inning, so he is semi-hot. Perez is semi-cold. He lined out his last at bat. 5-6, hot pitcher. The side eye says no. We go to an infield drama check. And we're going to look at 4-5, the shortstop. Is he iron? That's going to be Burleson. More than likely not. No, he is not. 4-5. He's going to bobble the ball, but on-time throw to first to get Perez out for the 3rd out in the inning. So no runs for the Reds there. They get a runner in scoring position. It is still 5-4 as we head to the 5th inning. Redlegs are going to get some action going in the bullpen. Will McEnany will be starting to get warmed up as Carlton Fisk is set to lead us off here in the top of the 5th inning. Willoughby is now not fresh. Norman is semi-fresh until the 7th inning or until he gives up another run. Hopefully the former, and Carlton Fisk comes up to the plate 0 for 2 on the day. Quiet day for him. 2-3-5 is pitcher wild, no. Batter eager, no. That's going to be a ground out to the second baseman. So Fisk 0 for 3 on the day. He has had a hot series so far, but here in Game 4, can't get it going yet as Fred Lynn steps up to the plate 0 for 1 with a walk. 1-2-2, pitcher Workman, no. The batter champ or a whiffer? The side eye says he is not champion. Is he a whiffer? He is, and he's going to nub another infield single to first base, or third base. So he is neutral runner, but bench is gold. Rico Petrocelli is up next. 1 for 1 on the day with a walk. 2-5-6, struggler, no. Champion patient, no. That's going to be an infield drama check. Reds need a lead die of 1 here. Oh, they might get it. 1-6 is the shortstop gold. That'll be Concepcion. He is gold. 1-6. Diving stab robs a batter of a base hit. And that is going to be a 6-4-3 double play. Davey with a heck of a dive, got the ball to Morgan, who quickly turned it to Perez for a 6-4-3 to end the inning. Hot dog, nice job, Davey, as we go to the bottom of the 5th inning. Still 5-4. Willoughby is not fresh. Do they try to get him through another inning so they can pinch hit for him next inning? Oh, we got Bench, Foster, Concepcion coming up. They've all reached at least once, so Boston is going to go ahead and send out Diego Segui to take over for Willoughby. Bullpen really struggling right now with knocking Tion out early. Tony Perez is not set to lead off. Johnny Bench is, as we go to the bottom of the 5th inning. 5-4 Reds. Diego Segui on the mound now. Johnny Bench up to the plate. Has drawn 2 walks and scored once so far. 3-4-5. Iron catcher, no. Good eye, no. He's going to strike out for out number 1. Still in the 5th inning. We go to a baseball right now check. David Segui is semi-hot. George Foster grounded to the third baseman his last time up, so he is semi-cold. 3-5. Hot batter, no. He's going to fly out to the left fielder, Beniquez, for the second out. And Davy Concepcion coming up to the plate, struck out his last at bat. Looking back on it, Moret could have, or Willoughby could have got through this inning. So far, Davy up to the bat, up to plate next. 1-4-5-5, excuse me. Is he flash, semi-flash? Saturday says no. Home run king, no. That's going to be a ground out to the first baseman, Yastrzemski, for out number 3. So the Reds go down quietly here in the 5th inning. Great game here so far. A lot of excitement early. It's starting to slow down a little bit as Dwight Evans comes up to the plate. 1 for 2 on the day. He's the one that had the base hit. Or no, Burleson had the 2-error at bat last time up. 1-2-5. Pitcher struggler, no. Is the batter patient? No. He's going to strike out for out number 1. And Rick Burleson come up to the plate. He's the one who had the 2-error play his last at bat by Concepcion. 2-5-6, struggler, no. Champion patient, no. That's an infield drama check. Does Concepcion make it up? 5-6? Nope. We're going to look at the first baseman, Perez. Is he gold? No, he is not. That is a leaping grab, but from a poor throw from an infielder. The ball sails over his head. Batter safe at first on the air. Who is it on? We'll say he only goes to first base. I rolled a 2, so we'll say that Bench overthrew it, but Griffey was right there to back it up, and Burleson couldn't advance. So that's the second at bat where he has reached on an error. We don't go to a team chemistry check. But Diego Segui, does he come up to bat? Boston is hurting on relievers. Jim Burton pitched yesterday. Let's see how many innings Burton pitched yesterday. That may determine if. So he pitched 2 innings. All the rest of my pitchers are starters. So, I mean, theoretically, they could come in, but I haven't looked ahead to see who's pitching for Game 5 and 6, and I don't want to. Actually, I'll go ahead and do that right now since I can edit these later on. All right, so Reggie Cleveland is the starter for Game 5. So we're going to go ahead and put Dick Pohl in there. He'll get a couple extra innings of, or 1 extra inning of freshness. Who is going to come up to bat for Boston? That is going to be Doug Griffin. Will come up to pinch hit here in the top of the 6th inning. So runner at first base here just with 1 out, and Doug Griffin up to the plate. 2-3-4, that's going to be a plate drama check. 2-3 is the catcher iron. No, he is not, and he reaches to grab an errant pitch for a ball. We go to an umpire check. Runner on first base. 1-3. Do we have a questionable umpire at home? The decider die says yes. Calls questionable 3rd strike. So maybe making up for the bad call earlier on. Norman nods his head like, finally, you got me back. The only problem is the one earlier cost a couple runs. So Juan Beniquez comes up to the plate for his 4th at-bat. He is 1 for 2 on the day. Runner at first base here with 2 outs. 2-5-6, struggler no, champion patient no. That is another infield drama check. 1-3 is the third baseman, Iron. I don't think Rose is Iron. No, he is not. That's going to be a routine ground out for the 3rd out. So a lot of drama there in the top of the 6th inning. All for naught, though, as we go to the bottom of the 6th inning. Reds still up 5-4. And Diego Segui is out. Dick Pole is in. Boston already on their 5th pitcher of the day, as Pole will face Cesar Geronimo to lead off bottom of the 6th inning. Geronimo 1 for 2 today with a single and a fly out to right field. 5-5-6. Is he an ace? No. Is the batter sad sack? No. That's going to be a double to right field to lead off the bottom of the 6th inning. So Geronimo is on second base with Norman set to come up, but his day is done. As who is going to be coming out of the dugout? As Dan Dreesen will come up to pinch hit here in the bottom of the 6th inning. So good game for Norman. His day is done. Hopefully the Reds can hang on for a win. We'll see here as the pitch comes in to Dreesen. 1-2-6 is pitcher fresh he is, and he's going to line out to the second baseman for out number 1. So Pete Rose up next. He is 1 for 3 on the day with a double and a run scored. Dick Pole is actually fresh. 3-5-6 are the same. Rose is a switch hitter, so no. Is he utility or sad sack? No. That's going to be a single down the first base line. That's going to score Geronimo from second, and it is now 6-4 Reds, as that was a much needed run. Big spot there by Pete Rose. And Ken Griffey coming up next, 2 for 3 on the day. 1-2-2 is the pitcher a workman? Oh, the desired eye says no. Is the batter a champ or whiffer? He's a semi-champion. Oh no, that would have been a nubbed infield single if he was, but instead he's going to line out to third base for the 2nd out. Boston has had 2 of those nubbed infield singles. Oh no, I guess we had one earlier where Foster didn't go in. Didn't make it in, he held up. But Joe Morgan up to the plate next, 1 for 3 on the day with 2 strikeouts. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th inning. 1-4-5. Is the pitcher a struggler? No. And he's just going to ground out to the first baseman to end the 6th inning. But the Reds tack on one more. It is 6-4 as we head to the top of the 7th inning. So Norman will come out. He has a 6th spot to back him up. And Will McEnany will come up in relief and hopefully hold these Red Sox at bay, as Denny Doyle will come up to the plate. 1 for 3 on the day. McEnany, a good relief pitcher. 2-4-6. Does he have control? Yes, he does. Doyle is going to ground out to the pitcher. Route number 1, first baseman Carl Yastrzemski coming up to the plate next, 0 for 2 on the day. 2-3-5. Is he wild? No. Is the batter eager? No. He is patient, so he is going to ground out instead of striking out. Or no, he still grounds out to the... No, I'm sorry. He is patient. He's going to draw a walk. So Yaz makes it to first base. Carlton Fisk up next, dangerous, although he has been quiet today. Yaz is a neutral runner. Do they attempt a hit and run here? Fisk has a good batting average. We're going to risk it. Go hit and run. 1-1-4. Is the pitcher fresh? He is. Fisk is going to ground out to the shortstop. However, since Yaz was on the move, they cannot turn the double play. So, say it wasn't hit and run, then that would have been a 6-4-3 double play. But as it is, though, Yaz makes the second base. Fred Lynn up to the plate next, 1 for 2 on the day with a single. 1-4-6. Is the pitcher flash? The side eye says yes. Is batter good eye? No. And McEnany is going to end the top of the 7th inning with a strikeout. So no runs for Boston as we go to the bottom of the 7th inning. It is 6-4, Redlegs. Tony Perez set to lead things off against Dick Pohl, who is in his 2nd inning of work. 5-5-6. Pohl and ace, no. Batter sad sack, no. That's going to be another leadoff double. Perez standing on second base as the catcher Johnny Bench comes up to the plate. He is 0 for 1 today. It's a walk or 2 walks and a strikeout. 1-2-3. Flash fresh, no. That's going to be a ground out to the shortstop. Perez is going to hold up or stay put at first base as there's now 1 out here in the bottom of the 7th inning, and the left fielder George Foster up next. Singled, later came around to score earlier in the game. 2-5-5. Is the pitcher star? No. Batter home run king? The side eye says no. So that's going to be a loud fly out to left field. Home run king. The Reds would have went up by 4. But instead, there are now 2 outs with Davey Concepcion coming up to the plate, doubled and scored his last time up. Perez still out there at second base. 1-3-5. That's going to be an umpire check with a runner on second. 3-6. Do we have a questionable umpire at home? Dick Stello is semi-questionable, but the side eye says no. Other umpires, timeout. Batter still at the bat. So Concepcion lifted his hand up to call a timeout, and it was granted by Stello. If he was not questionable, Stello would have ignored it and called strike 3. But Concepcion was able to get it up in time, and Stello was able to call it as Concepcion gets new life here. 1-2-3, but it's not going to matter because he's going to ground out to the shortstop to end the 7th inning. So no runs for the Reds after a leadoff double by Perez. We go to the top of the 8th inning here. 6-4 Reds. Rico Petrocelli will be leading off for the Boston Red Sox as Will McEnany comes out for his 2nd inning of work. We're going to go ahead and have Raleigh Eastwick warming up in the dugout. Hopefully we won't need him until the 9th inning since he had an extended outing yesterday. But here we go. Petrocelli up to the plate, ground into a double play his last time up. 4-4-5. Is pitcher Workman? No. Is batter Patient? No. He's going to ground out to the first baseman this time for out number 1. Right fielder Dwight Evans up next, struck out his last at bat. 3-4-6. Is he eager? No, he is not. He's going to draw a walk, which leads us to a team chemistry check for the shortstop Rick Burleson. 1-3. Is the pitching team harmony? Decided I says yes. Infielder makes a diving stab of a hot liner, 4 and out. That's going to be Concepcion. L6. Evans is going to scramble back to the bag. There are 2 outs as a pinch hitter is going to come up for Pohl. Reggie Cleveland starts next game. Jim Burton's going to have to come out in relief, because all the rest are starting pitchers. See here, McEnany is a lefty. So I want to send up Tony Canigliario, but he doesn't have a high usage, but he does have good stats. Cecil Cooper is going to go ahead and come on out to pinch hit here in the top of the 8th inning. 2 outs. Runner on first base here. Cecil Cooper. 3-5-6. Are they the same? Lefty on lefty. They are. And he will strike out to end the 8th inning. So Red Sox get 1 on. Can't do anything with him. And we go to the bottom of the 8th inning. Reds still ahead 6-4. here on Board Sports Network. As Dick Pohl's day is done, he went out with at a 6. Jim Burton coming on to pitch. He is Boston's 6th pitcher of the day, and they've only given up 6 runs. It was Louis Tiant's 5 runs in the first inning that hurt him greatly. After that, the Reds can only manage 1 run. See if they can get a couple more here. Pad this lead as Cesar Geronimo comes up to the plate, doubled and scored his last time up. 1-5-5. Is he a home run king? No, but he will fly out to center field for out number 1. Reds are going to send a pinch hitter up as Raleigh Eastwick is getting warmed up. And Eddie Armbrister is going to come out to bat. Rest in peace, Eddie, as he just recently passed away, I believe back in March. He was part of that controversial bunt in Game 3, which, if you were looking for the images in yesterday's game, that was the image. So, but here we go here. 1 out in the bottom of the 8th inning. Ed Armbrister facing Jim Burton. 4-6-6. Pitcher have control. Decided I says no. Is batter home run king or slugger? No, he is not. That's going to be a difficult ground out to the catcher. And this would be a good spot to put that image in, as it's not a bunt, but it does go to the catcher. Fisk for out number 2. That'll bring up Pete Rose. Singled in a run his last time up. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 8th inning. 2-4-5. Is he a hero? Yes, he is. And that's going to be another single to left field for Pete Rose. So his third hit of the day. He's got a double his first at bat. That'll bring up Ken Griffey here with 2 outs. He is 2 for 4 on the day. Good day for him. Jim Burton looking to hold him here. 1-4-4. Is he flash? The Sire Dice says no. Is the batter hero? No. That's going to be a ground out to the shortstop for out number 3. But here we go. To the top of the 9th inning we go. It is 6-4 Reds as Raleigh Eastwick comes out on the mound to close this game out. Eastwick got an inning and a third yesterday in yesterday's game, his first appearance in the World Series. But today is a much more important role as he looks to shut down the 1-2-3 batters of the Boston Red Sox here in the top of the 9th inning. Juan Beniquez will be up next. He grounded out to the third baseman his first time up. 3-3-4. Pitcher ace or a star? Decided I says he is an ace. And that's a pop out to the first baseman, Perez, for the first out. Big first out there as the second baseman, Denny Doyle, comes up to the plate. Grounded out to the pitcher his last time up. 1-5-5. Is he a home run king? No. That's going to be allowed out to center field as Geronimo brings it in for out number 2, Carl Yastrzemski. Up next, trying to keep this game alive for the Red Sox. He walked his last time up. 1-2-5. Is pitcher struggler? No. Is batter patient? Yes. And he draws a base on balls, but we go to an umpire check. Is the home plate umpire questionable or strict? He is strict. Umpire calls strike 3. Dick Stello. Called third strike, and ladies and gentlemen, this ball game is over. Whew, in the end, Dick Stello comes through for us. Had that questionable walk that should have been a called third strike earlier in the game, and ends up giving Eastwick the strikeout and the save. Whew, that was fun. That was fun if you're a Reds fan. Hey, we needed that one after the way yesterday's game went. But the Reds have now tied this series at 2 games apiece. So far, everything is opposite of what it was in real life. But hey, you know, the teams that won the games have been opposite, but it's 2-2 after 4 games. So at least 2 more games to go in this series, as we have 1 more game at Riverfront tomorrow, and then the series ends in Boston. So we could have the Reds celebrating in Boston, or the Red Sox could win their first World Series since who knows how long, and break the curse in 75 instead of, was it 2004? 2003, 2004? Anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed today's game. If you saw the image, make sure you tell me where it was, and I will pin your comment at the top. Hope you enjoyed today's game. If you did, make sure you like the video. Tell me what you thought about the game. Make sure you subscribe so you can watch the rest of this series. But until next time, guys, thank you for watching. Have a great night.